Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. I hope you're okay. My name is Mavie and today I'm gonna react offline because my OBS was failing last night and I couldn't record. So welcome to my channel. If you like it over here, if you like my reactions, please feel free to subscribe, like, leave a comment so you can help the algorithm, please. Please, I need to. I want to reach 10,000 followers before the year ends, so please help me. Okay, so now today we're gonna react to the memes of your childhood. This video is from Vaalkz. I hope you like it, and well, let's watch. Let's watch. I'm so excited to watch this video. In 3, 2, 1,
These are
boom.
the most popular outdoor toys ever made. I must have missed the meeting.
Wait,
These are the
what?
most popular.
Popular outdoor toys ever made. I really like this one. This one. Oh, and the pistols and the swords, of course. I think I use the grenade and the swords. Like always, always. I used to grab sticks, actually.
Outdoor toys ever made.
Yes.
I must have missed the meeting when step 5 happened. This is the baby shark of the 2000s kids. I can hear this picture. One
What is
burned
that?
you alive, and the other one electrocuted you with static.
Oh, well, I didn't feel anything with this. This one is with a static, right? And this one burned you. Oh, yes. Oh my God, I remember this thing being so high. Yes, and both, actually. Oh my God, both high. Okay.
How strict were your parents? My parents could speak to me with their eyes. Only real ones
my grandmother and yes.
remember. One was always not working. THX, the loudest noise of your childhood, scared the hell out of me every time. The original auto-tune. So, did anyone else go through a phase?
I remember this, oh my God. I always used to play with the fan. It is so cool. I wish I can have one. I think I have one, but I don't know because it is cold, so I don't know where it is now.
The original auto-tune.
Yeah.
So, did anyone else go through a phase as a kid where you were genuinely concerned about the Bermuda Triangle? 6-year-old me was like, bro, why are we not solving this problem? I can both hear this image and feel it hitting me in the face. But did anyone else smell it? Thinking it was illegal to turn this light on while your mum was driving. I will never get over the fact that this—
Wait, I need to repeat. Thinking if it was illegal to turn the light on. Oh.
I will never get over the fact that this was the first YouTube app icon. Only OGs used to have these on their ceilings in their room. The flavor of the wooden spoon haunts me to this day. 7-year-old me when the computer wasn't even turned on. Overthinking during childhood. What do you remember the most?
Okay, this. Guys, I'm not the only one. I'm not alone. I used to think yes, guys, that was totally me. I remember my mother and my grandmother used to tell me, do not swallow. I think it's swallow in English. Do not swallow the seeds. But before, I used to be lazy because I had to take it out of my mouth. So before I used to swallow, and this is bad for your stomach, and you're gonna have trouble by going through the bathroom. And I thought like I will have a watermelon in my stomach, and that's why I'll have problems to go to the bathroom, because I thought I was gonna take number 2 and I will have a big watermelon. Oh no. Okay, wait.
Thinking during childhood.
And same with the bubble gum, because I used to swallow as well, like the bubble gum. So I thought like I was gonna blow a big balloon. I know that's kind of disturbing, right? Okay.
What do you remember the most from your childhood? Hey, did you ask yet? Me. No, my mum's in a bad mood. Me in my childhood, for no reason. If you don't got one of these on your legs, you are soft. 7.
I have. I wish I can show you. Okay. If this video, I'm gonna do like one of those YouTubers, If this video, gets to, I don't know how many likes. I don't know how many likes. I don't know. Let's say No, 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 not likes, views. If this video gets to 10,000 views, I will show you my knee.
Year old me, half asleep in the back
Yes, I
of my
do have
parents'
it.
car. Me, mapping every turn in my head to see if I knew where I was. How are kids these days vaping? When I was a kid, I was trying to figure out how they got cars into malls. Why was there always a bite taken out of these? Because they were so good. 9-year-old me, watching television with my parents, not moving a muscle, so they don't know it's past my bedtime. This ball played a big role in almost everyone's childhood. This is the ball every kid played with in a store. But
And that one smells like I remember I used to have one, and it smelled like fruits. If you get the purple one, it will smell like grape. If you get like the red one, it will smell like I don't know, like a strawberry.
actually never bought or took it home. This picture just got stuck to the roof of my mouth. Who remembers these? These won't erase anything, and they taste horrible. What was your
But they smell
favorite
good
struggle
as well.
meal growing up? You ever had sleep for dinner? Total
Whoa, what? I remember this, and it smells so good.
these won't erase anything,
it
and they
was
taste horrible. What was your favorite
What was your favorite struggle meal growing up? I think mine were beans. Beans, totally beans, lentils, and the other beans that is, it is kind of it is like lentils, but it's not. They're not lentils. What else? Well, there are a lot of things I didn't like to eat when I was little, but yeah. But now that I have grown, that I'm an adult, I love eating. You know, I love eating beans. I love eating lentils. So yeah.
struggle meal growing up? You ever had sleep for dinner? Total
Beans.
Wipeout was a legendary show, hands down. Bro, I used to think I could finesse all the obstacle courses. You don't know concentration until you have to take this thing from the sink to the freezer. Before Snapchat and Instagram was around, this is where you showed off your outfit. Never forget where you came from. These lollies used to cut tongues viciously. Another childhood pleasure, which has no explanation. Me in my childhood, without
Because
any reason.
you were
I
too
am
tall. You felt like a king, you know, or queen. Like in my child, me, yes, I know. Oh my god, I'm not coming to hermoso. Yeah, yes, we had the same childhood, guys. We're cut with the same scissors. If you're just like that, please let me know in the comments.
now convinced that most of us have the same childhood.
Yes.
Throwback Thursday. Where is computer number 9? We are not leaving until it's back in the card. Elementary kids have iPhones, but this is what I did in elementary. Not a cell phone inside, just people living in the moment. Remember in the early 2000s when your aunt would have a random bowl filled with blue glass pebbles sitting in a windowsill? Anyone else remember?
Or those plants? You remember those plants that our parents used to have? Like, I don't know if the people still have those, but I remember like there were like little bowls, and they were like with water or something like that. My mom used to have a lot of that, but after a few time and years, she changed it for something else. I don't know what she have now, because I don't live with her right now. I'm in another country, but yeah. Like, I remember.
When kids in school used to do this, wait for it to dry, then eat it. You had me all the way up until you said, eat it. Kids who played with their DSs like this are all now in prison. VeggieTales characters as vegetables. I found this image in the deepest crevices of my memories. What is this, and why do I remember it? They banned push pops in school because people were sucking them into pointy weapons. Who else remembers the temporary buildings at school that were up for decades? Today's
portables, right? Like the portables. I do remember. Who remembers the portable buildings in school that were up for?
School that were up for decades.
Yes.
Today's kids will never know how big of a deal it was to go to the computer lab. This mustache obsession was so
I used to have. Yes, I used to have PJs and necklace and Rings with mustache.
This was undoubtedly the weirdest part of the 2012 hipster trends. Your millennium babies wouldn't
I also
understand.
have.
This was Netflix before Netflix.
that?
Only the real ones had the bootleg DVDs with the Sharpie label. I'm this
Oh.
old. Damn, y'all are going deep into the vault for this one. When things used to be so simple. Sometimes I wonder if
What's
we all
that?
actually had the same childhood. 7-year-old me disassembling and reassembling my pen. Did anyone else's parents make them go to sleep early 2 weeks before school started to prepare?
Yes, and it was so horrible. Like I love vacations, but like the last week was the most awful because your parent keeps reminding you like, you start classes. Like I know there's a week left, but they prepare you from a week behind. Like, oh, you remember you're gonna start the school soon. Oh my goodness, and they ruined the whole week.
Who remembers? Crack
No
the egg
way.
was all fun and games until you got hit with a double bounce and went flying off the trampoline. Absolutely no one. 6-year-old us. 8
Yes.
full grocery bags. 10-year-old me. The wee me's were the original Bitmojis. Black dude in the orange shirt will beat you the hell up in boxing too. Who you got? I really would prefer not to see this kind of violence. When the raindrop you pick on the window doesn't win the race. I'm this old. This is why we can spot our significant other from a mile away. OMG, y'all remember this. All schools were not created equally because what is this? Me, when thousands of memes flash before my eyes before I die, instead of cherished memories of loved ones and my childhood. No one. 10-year-old me looking at the camera in the supermarket. I used to hate dropping these things.
I still do it. I wonder if someone checks the camera. You still do this. I feel like I will never grow up.
Me, when thousands of memes
Yes,
flash before
I
my
still-
eyes before I die, instead of cherished memories of loved
Yeah. Oh no. You will have a love a stroke. I don't know how to say that. Like
ones and my childhood. No one. 10-year-old me looking at the camera in the supermarket. I used to hate dropping these things in class and they
Oh.
bounced across the whole country. Who remembers these? We all used to bite into these like they were actual burgers. Blow my mind. Curious George only liked him because he looks like a banana. Retweet if you remember using these as a kid. I really thought I deserved a degree in mechanical engineering after plugging these in. My little brother came home from the dollar store and threw one of these at me. I just went so far back into memory lane, I got lost. Resting your head on the cold window just hit different. What were these for? Why are they so
I don't
familiar?
know.
What's the dumbest thing you ever did as a
Isn't
kid?
it that
My
for
shining moment
decoration? Like maybe it's for decorations, right?
was when I was like 4. I put floaties on my feet and jumped into a pool thinking I would walk on water. I almost
Yeah.
drowned.
Yeah, I did that as well.
$10 as a kid versus $100 as an adult. Before cell phones and social media, this is how we all figured out where the squad was at. Me in my childhood, without any reason. Those of you that had your first
What was the other? Wait.
cell phones and social
see.
media, this is how we all figured out where the squad was at. Me and my child.
Oh yeah, but I didn't do it on the tip of the finger. I did it like close to the palm. And yes, every time I used to have like back in the school, I used to have this class called like I don't know I don't know how to say it in English, but like girls or whatever get it like, and you get to sewing class. I don't know if it's like that, but yeah, I used to put those in my hands instead of doing plushies or whatever the teacher want us to do. But it was really fun. Oh yeah, I still do this sometimes if I'm on the park like walking on the dogs and I get close to a fence or something like that, I touch it, and it's not a stick but it is the hand.
childhood without any reason.
Yeah.
Those of you that had your first panic attack in one of these bad boys know what's up. Childhood days.
Yeah.
Is it downloading? Checks with finger. Yes, it is. Mom, I got your nose.
Yes.
2-year-old me. 6-year-old me waiting for my mom to choose
Oh
what I'm
my
going to wear
God.
after taking a bath.
This one
Me as a
ours-
kid.
I love love these memes. Oh, it's so nostalgic. Me as a kid when I fix my
When I
toy
fix my
car.
toy car. Mechanic. Sure, death is scary, but remember Frank from Cars. Me,
Oh.
fake sleeping in the car as a kid, so I can get carried inside. Having a kid sounds stressful. Like, how do you make sure they have just enough childhood trauma that they will turn out funny? 10-year-old me, sitting at the top of the stairs, listening to my parents talk smack about me.
Yes.
Demon about to kill me as an 8-year-old. A blanket. 10-year-old me, getting ready to open the door. My mom's not home.
Okay, this one, wait. Where is the demon?
Parents talk smack about me. Demon about to
Demon about to kill. Yes.
kill me as an 8-year-old. A blanket. 10-year-old me, getting ready to open the door. My mom's not home. This was probably the most irrational childhood fear that I had.
Oof,
What's the dumbest
yes.
beliefs you had as a child? When I was 4 or 5,
Or snakes. I always, I don't know if I told you how I got, how the hell I am so afraid of snakes. I'm gonna tell you right now. So I was playing in my, I don't know, I was just playing, and I used to have like this little box of toys outside of the house, you know. So I remember I used to live in a place where there's a lot of fauna, let's say. So yeah, I was playing, grabbing my toys from my toy box or whatever, and I remember like my grandma was drinking tea or coffee with my aunt. Like, you know, this place, you know, I don't know how to say it, in corridor, I believe it's called in English. It is like an open space on the yard or the backyard, and you have like furniture, and you have a lot of stuff like that close to the backyard, you know, in the backyard. It was in the backyard. Well, so I used to have my box there, and I remember like it was like my aunt and my grandmother talking, and you know, like, yeah, and I was just playing with my toys, and I was trying to grab, I don't know, like my toys, my dolls, and instead of grabbing a doll or whatever, I just grab a snake. Oh boy, someone follow. So I grab a snake, and the trauma is like instead of being calm and everything, like my aunt and my grandmother were like screaming at me, like, did the snake bite you? Like, oh my god, it was horrible. And I got so afraid. I wasn't afraid at first because I felt something like really weird, and I wasn't scared because I was too little, you know, to know what was happening. But the screaming, the whole thing, and all the panic, like, I panic too, and I cannot erase that moment from my mind. So every time I go to the pool or something like that, I fear. I fear like, there maybe there's a snake at the bottom of the pool, or a shark or something like that. Yeah, but I'm really afraid of snakes. I can even see them on video games or whatever. It was awful. So yeah, that's my story. I believe I told you, but I didn't. I don't know if I told you the whole thing, but I just told you that I grabbed a snake out of my toy box, but it was just like that. It was very. It is my trauma. I cannot stand the snake, guys. I'm so afraid of them. But yeah, okay.
I swore that bird
sorry
seeds
for the
grew
break.
birds, thus the name. When my parents asked me to prove it to them, I planted a pile of bird seeds. The next day, there were loads of birds where I planted the seeds, showing I was right. Who knows what this is? A teachable moment for an overly curious child.
By the way, the snake didn't beat me or anything. It was just a corn, like that is those snakes that eat rats or something like that. It was in Espanol it was a tornasol. Tornasol, I believe it's called. It is black and changes colors or something like that. It was a tornasol, but it doesn't. Those snakes are not dangerous or poison, whatever. No, it's just normal snake. It didn't do anything to me at all. But I got so scared that I dropped it. I dropped and I started crying. Oh, it was horrible, guys. I remember, and I get I can still feel the hand. Weird. Okay, so let me go back so I can pay attention to the memes. I'm so sorry. Okay, here.
Open the door. My mom's not home. This was probably the most irrational childhood
Okay.
fear that I had. What's the dumbest beliefs you had as a child? When I was 4 or 5,
Oof.
I swore that
I
bird
used to have a
seeds
lot-
grew birds, thus the name. When my parents asked me to prove it to them, I planted a pile of bird seeds. The next day, there were loads of birds where I planted the seeds, showing I was right. Who knows what this is? A teachable moment for an overly curious
is that?
child in a car
Oh,
alone.
I
Someone
know.
lighting a
And I touched one once. I touched one once because I didn't know what was that. So I pushed it and I saw it red and I put it back and then the red went off and I touched it. And it hurt so much.
cigarette. Me. Why do you love pizza so much? My television as a kid. I found this in the depths of your memories. One time,
Wow.
when I was like 11, my dad took me to an Italian restaurant, and the waiter asked what my name was, and I said, Sam, but you can call me Captain Ravioli. And my dad just looked at me and said, what the fuck was that? Don't do that. And I've been chasing that high ever since. If you don't feel old yet, here's your childhood behind a glass in a museum. Nobody,
Oh, wow.
5-year-old me in a mall. I can only step on white tiles, or I will die. An accurate representation
Yeah.
of going from childhood to adulthood. If you don't know this problem, I feel sorry for your childhood. Sharpening a pencil at the bin was the childhood equivalent of taking a cigarette break. Bro, I had to be the dumbest preschooler out there. Threw that thing in a scroll. I didn't even realize I spent my childhood playing with the virus. I was banned from taking baths when I was younger because I would use up all the bubble bath, and when confronted in the tub, I would retreat into the bubbles and tell them to schedule an audience if they wanted to meet the king of the bubble kingdom. This was a personal story I shared in confidence. All of you will be tried for death. I have no tolerance for treason in the bubble kingdom. Getting hit in the face by this ball when it was wet was mad. Felt like you got slapped by Wolverine. In 6th
Ouch.
grade, I had a really big crush on this boy who had a girlfriend. So one day on AIM, I messaged him a link to the music video You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. Joe, if you're reading this, that was weird. My bad. How old were you when you realized recess in elementary school was the teacher's mandatory breaks, not for the students? Today years old. Things that will hit you right in the
Today years
childhood.
old.
1.
It wasn't for the student, it was for the dude.
Finding out your future. Y'all ever used to go to your parents' room at night to ask to go to a friend's house and just sat there on their bed for a while, pretending like you were interested in what they were watching, but really, you were just trying to build up the courage to ask. You did not have a childhood if you didn't put one of these bad boys under your legs in the pool and pretended you were surfing, and then it shoots out of the water like a torpedo and gives you a Mike Tyson uppercut from hell. I just told a story at work about my childhood that I thought was really funny, and now everyone is super quiet and someone said, I'm so sorry. Your kid does this to your whip. What are you doing? There comes a time in every child's life when they remember a whooping. This will be the one. Who else remembers? You just took me way back with this one here. Do you remember when this was your only problem? Who else remembers doing this as a kid? I am a sword master. Damn. After I got a whooping, I would be laying down on the floor playing with this thing with tears running down my face. We really all lived the same childhood in different houses. 90s kinda sucked. Imagine being stuck in the house with no internet. Yuck. They had to put a commercial on the television that said, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? For our parents to remember we existed. We were not stuck in the house. Just checking in. You and I used to have some wild Friday nights back in the day. The quality of this was so bad, but it really made you feel like an artist. I can feel the dryness.
I remember I used to rent when I was real little. I used to rent like video games in Blockbuster. And now we can. Well, we have a Xbox Game Pass, right? We can still have Xbox. It's kind of similar, maybe.
Of those markers in my bones. Getting out of your car in the 90s was like, without revealing your age, what's something you remember that if you told a younger person, they would not understand? Birthday parties at McDonald's. Crazy how kids today will never know how fun it was to go outside every single day with your friends and just sit here. One day, we all sat on this for the last time together, and none of us ever knew it. Mum, come outside, I got groceries. Me. I did not get this joke as a kid. No. This is how we turned on our computers in the 2000s. Grandmas be acting like drug dealers every time she wants to give us some money. When you
yeah. I don't know why. Don't tell your mother. Don't tell your mother. And like, why grandma always treat us better than mom and dad? You know, like,
You turn the
I don't know.
basement lights off and run upstairs before death consumes you. 6-year-old me trying to force two magnets even though they aren't going to stick together. Admitted, we've all done this while eating mac
Yeah,
and
I
cheese. Did
still
anyone
do.
else ever pour
I
soda
still.
into the
I'm craving so much mac and cheese.
cap and drink it like it was a
Holy.
shot? Every monstrosity and horror I could think of. My bed. 6-year-old me. Postcard from child from camp. Not dead yet. 8-year-old's haircuts now versus my haircut when I was 8. Hey, suddenly gaining self-consciousness at my 4th birthday party. Childhood secret weapon. 5-year-old
Oh,
me putting a
yeah.
ball inside my clothes. Next thing I knew, I was pregnant. A nice
Oh,
rock
no.
I just found on the beach. 5-year-old me. These are
Aw,
stronger than
cute.
most relationships these days. 7-year-old me in the
Yeah.
supermarket whenever I see a surveillance camera. Opens a pack of chewing gum. The entire school. You knew
I repeat, I still do that.
it was going to be a good movie when you seen this. 90s kids know. It's true, as a thousands kid, I don't know what bleeding or hoses are. All I know is pronouns and phone. 8-year-old me in the front of the mirror, trying to catch my reflection off guard. Bro, what the hell is this? I knew the car I drew in kindergarten was real. 10-year-old me after using my fingers to put on my shoes. I remember those days when you missed school and you would check the time and think, they're eating right now. Doing this without any reason. When I
do
was
it.
younger
I
and was
still
in
do
the
it.
shower and this happened.
I still do it. I don't know why.
I thought I was a full-blown waterbender
I
or
still do
Aquaman.
this.
Honestly, I'm getting tired of everyone having the same childhood experiences as me. If you don't know who this is,
Guys, I have a question. Do you still do like some of these things, or you completely forgot about it? Because there are some things that I still do. If I don't know, who's this? You didn't have. That's the troncha toro. It was in Spanish, but in English, I don't know. So that's from Matilda, right? Like the Matilda movie. Like, I don't know how it is in English.
you did not have a childhood. She was the Thanos of our childhood. 5-year-old
Yeah.
me seeing the moon during the day. 7-year-old
Oh.
me realizing mum's name isn't mum. Just found the cutest bottle ever. This brings back so many memories. 9-year-old me
yeah.
scared something happened to my mum because she isn't back from the market yet. The real ones know what's up with these. I was always scared to drink out of this straw because I was afraid someone didn't wash it good enough whenever I walk by a tree. I was today years old when I realized the Vans
still
logo is
do
the square root of the answer. I was always scared to drink out of this straw because I was afraid someone didn't wash it good enough whenever I walk by a tree. I was
Me.
today years old when I realized the Vans logo is the square root of the answer.
What?
Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. There is always that one innocent spoon in every home that you just dislike for no reason. Why do I understand this? If you did not drink milk out of a bag in grade school, you are too young for me. Am I
Yeah.
the only one who drank out of a small carton like a normal child? I got the squad on speed dial, parts of a playground versus what they felt like. 90s hoverboards. Gym class used to be lit
Mine.
whenever the teacher pulled out these. If you recognize this image, you are qualified.
That's Rocco. If you recognize this image, you qualify for a veteran discount. Really? No, I'm not that old. Guys, this is Nickelodeon, right? I don't remember. I think I have seen this dinosaur.
For a veteran's discount. Who else used to
think-
make these? All I can hear is, can you start this for me? Y'all poke or peel these. I thought using your front teeth was the only option. What kids have these days versus what we had. You already know what season it is. These things smack in the summer.
Oh.
8-year-old me pretending to smoke when it's cold outside. When mum lets you keep the change.
still do
6-year-old
that.
me trying to invent a new color. Wait here, I will be back. This is traumatizing. 7-year-old me standing up in the bath after holding my breath underwater for 22 seconds. This floor tile exists. How my 5-year-old brain saw this. 8-year-old. Oops, my bad. How it looked versus how it felt. The 4 horsemen of childhood memories. You are 10 years
Oh.
old and just unlocked the ability to become a turtle.
Turtle.
Going down this boy. How it looked.
Guys, you know what? I used to have one of these, but it has hole on the bottom as well. So we used to play with our cousins and brothers and sisters. We used to grab. We get inside and someone push, And I remember, like, we used to have our 2 little cousins. They were like toddlers, I believe it's called. And one of them wanted to go here so bad. He was crying, yeah. And yeah, put it inside. And we didn't have anything on here, to cover. So the toddler was really chubby, and the little, how do you say that? Like the meat comes out of this, but on the bottom. So we start to push, and then we saw a little marks on the floor, and the poor kid, oh my god. Okay, you can imagine the rest. Oh my god, they grounded us for I don't know how but it wasn't our fault. We just wanted to play. It was an accident, of course. But yeah, like, oh my god. Oh my god, it was we were so sad and worried for the little toddler. And now we talked about it, and he laughed. Everyone laughed, but back then it wasn't like that. Yeah, it was nice.
Unlocked the ability to become a turtle. Going down this boy, how it looked versus how it felt. Admit it, you have all done these things in childhood. Using your ruler as a sword, trying to balance a switch between up and down, using your bed as a trampoline, closing the refrigerator only to see the light turning off. 6-year-old me at 2 a.m. debating if I should hold my piss in till the morning, or run down the hall and risk an attack from a demon. 12-year-old me
Oh, holy.
at the toys section, knowing full well I'm never getting any of it. Y'all remember these. You just opened a deep memory that I thought didn't exist. Describe a perfect day.
What is
7-year-old
that?
me.
Never seen this before. I never seen. Where is it? What is this, guys? You remember this? Well, it reminds me of the thing where I can put the dog the bags for my doggies, to take my dog's poop. So it reminds me, but I don't know if it's that.
Thought didn't exist.
What is
Describe
that?
a perfect day. 7-year-old me. What adults see versus what kids see. 6th grade me coming home and opening my first generation iPod
Oh,
Touch. If you didn't learn
yes,
math on this, you are too
yes.
young for me.
Like the watermelon and the Angry Birds. It was so much fun. This one and the Angry Bird, the Minecraft, but I didn't used to. Guys, I didn't play Minecraft until I grew up. Like I really regret, because it will be such a nice memory if I play Minecraft back then, but no, I didn't. Oh, baby. Oh, this is the YouTube, guys. What the hell? I don't believe it. Oh my god, I cannot believe it.
Opening my first generation iPod Touch. If you didn't learn math on
Wow.
this, you are too young for me. I must be getting old as hell, because what is
What is
this?
that? I
6-year-old me digging in the sandbox to reach the center of the earth. There's not one unique experience in this video. I still think you gotta be on some voodoo
Yeah.
stuff to work with one of these. Play, pause, volume up, down, next back. What's hard to understand about these controls? Burn the witch. The 4 horsemen of a 5-year-old's dream job. When mum says she will be back soon, but the cashier starts scanning the items. Me as a kid, when I had to throw away the cool stick I found.
Oh yeah, and you're like, yeah, Rory, and you start to look at your mom and look like, hurry up. Oh my god, yes.
But the cashier starts scanning the items. Me as a kid, when I had to throw away the cool
Holy.
stick I found. These smelled so bad and were probably washed once a
that?
year. Coming back to see your finished
What was that? For P? For what is that? I don't know what's that.
and were probably washed once a year.
Ew.
Coming back to see your finished product. Best feeling. These, I can still smell them. You haven't
Yeah.
known real fur until you've tried to use one of these. I need all of my public school peeps to help me out. Did anyone else have to play a recorder in elementary school? Specifically, hot cross buns. This is real, I swear. When you stop to look at the new Lego sets for 20 seconds and then your mum disappears. When your ball gets stuck under the car. Retweet if these had a positive impact on your childhood.
Oh.
You could have traded this in for for someone's whole lunch. Flashback to when you were a kid and your parents took you to a random event. Let's see what's upstairs. Upstairs. 8-year-olds when they reach the top of this. Stick exists. Kids. Me, smelling a scent carried by the breeze that takes me back to the happiest days of my childhood, only to be blown away in an instant. Jumping off a single step. 4-year-olds saying, look what I can do. Their parents. Me being ill as a kid, 2 minutes after parents left home. 9-year-old me running to give my dad his phone because Dave work boss is calling. When you and your friend are at your neighbor's door because you kicked your ball over the fence. 5-year-old me coming to terms with my new life as a nomad after I cannot find my mum at the store. And what sounds would you hear in the garage? Where's my fucking socket? Don't touch a motherfucking thing. Screw this car. Imaginary monster. A cool stick that I found. 10-year-old me. Kids these days will never know the hardships of each week having to overcook a fresh hard-boiled egg yolk for the computer mouse. Seeing Buster getting old hit me right in the childhood feels. Kickballs that have been stuck in the middle school gym ceiling since 2011. This was all you needed for a birthday party back in my day. Did you not?
Oh, yeah, and the jello. Where's the jello? This was all you needed for that. Yeah, I used to eat like a lot of cake with jello. And jelly, how do you say that? Jello? Yeah. O sea, gelatina. Jello? How do you call that? Well, I still like it. Like, it reminds me a lot of my childhood. Like, eating a piece of cake and next to the cake, a piece of jello. So I grab a little piece of jello and a little piece of a snake and put it together. Yum, 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 yum. Delicious. I love it so much.
You needed for a birthday party back in my day. Did you knock on people's doors as a kid and run away before they had a chance to answer? If so, this could be the job for you. Some of y'all didn't grow up with an older brother who would WWE chokeslam you onto your couch because he felt like it, and it shows. Why commit murder when you can have one of these? Come on, guys. I'd kill for one of those. I think you're missing the point. Let me just karate chop your ankles real quick. One of the best games of my childhood. Childhood, a time of adventure and wonder. I just heard 2 kids playing outside and one goes, I do not fear the dark side. Then the other kid goes, you should. And then I just hear a whack noise, then crying. That is the sound of childhood happening. I might need to have a talk with my daughter, but I'm not even sure what I would say. Where's the ocean? 6-year-old me in front of the TV. I've had this container since I was a kid, and it gets more depressing as I get older. Dinosaurs, markers, medicine. As a child, I had the impression that I would be offered free drugs by strangers much more frequently than the 0 times it's happened. How schools expect us to stop bullying. You're bothering me. Please stop. Understandable. Have a great day. Yeah, breaking up is sad, but have you ever given away your childhood Lego collection? Online friendships are wild because you learn every detail of their childhood traumatic experiences and ensuing lifelong mental illness in the first week, and then 3 years later, you're like, wait, you have a dog? Kids today are missing out on the pre-streaming era, where your childhood was at least partially defined by some semi-obscure movie your family just happened to own on tape, and you watched several dozen times. Kids these days will never know the struggle. Estimated time left, 39 years. Like this, if you still have a Beanie Baby stuffed animal that you had since you were little. One taught me love, one taught me patience, one taught me pain. Teacher, nobody going to lunch until everyone's quiet. 4th grade me. Everyone shut the fuck up. Ah yes, the stages of life. Child, pain, sleep. When you have no life experiences or achievements. Alex, former child, bringing back weird memories from elementary school. 8 years old nowadays have an iPhone 7 or X. But when I was 8, I had this. Whoever had a PSP when they were 8 were just as spoiled. I had a PSP. I can smell this picture. We all tried to push down every color at once. My brain, do it. Why? Just do it. Okay. The boys waiting outside to see if my mom says yes to them coming in. The ancestors of today's bath bombs, bath beads, the throne of a chief, the throne of a king, the throne of a god. 7-year-old me in the car, wondering why the moon has been following us. 6-year-old me waiting to die after I accidentally swallowed a little bit of toothpaste. The worst parts of my childhood. 2nd grade me walking into the Scholastic Book Fair with $7 when the same actor is live on 2 different TV channels. 6-year-old me. Yeah, you're old, but are you this old? When you find out your parents' names aren't actually mum and dad, how many other lies have I been told by the council? Who else had a stage in their cafeteria? I'm this old. If you remember this game, you're a legend. But are you this old? It's all fun and games until you lose one piece. Some of you never got smacked smacked in the face with
those.
one of these when you were younger, and it really shows. I went to PE one time with a stuffy nose, got hit one time, and it cleared all my sinuses. 10-year-old me, after losing my toys. Canadian Eatery puts tiny chairs around the little table that comes inside pizza boxes. My childhood dream has come true. Rare photo of a remote control from the 70s. What do you do with this? A. Pretend it's a lightsaber. B.
No.
Bonk it on someone's head. C. Try to fold
Scream,
it. D.
scream.
Remove the top layer. When your dad bought you candy,
And use it like, oh, you put it in your mouth and make noises. And you start making noises.
and now he wants his dad tags. My 4-year-old just said, Dad, why do people make up things that their children have said for social media? Isn't it just inherently dishonest and indicative of an inability to construct a compelling narrative for themselves? What we did as kids versus what we imagined when it was time to watch a movie in school. Out hiking today, and
When it was time to watch movie, I always sit in the back. I sit in the back and sleep. It was so awful, man. And they always play awful movies. How the frick?
versus what we
I don't know
imagined
why.
when it was time to watch a movie in school. Out hiking today and came across this ancient civilization. Anybody know
Wow.
what era it's from? To give these bad boys out, giving the dirtiest one to the person you did not like. 6-year-old me. After all, why not? When I was a kid, every time I went to the bathroom, I was paranoid. Like me when I was
still
10,
do it.
pretending
I still do that every time I come to my house, and if it's every time I go to the bathroom, and if I was out for a few hours, I do that as well. Like before sitting in the toilet, whatever, I check. I need to check
to be dead in the
I'm
pool to see if
paranoid, guys.
anyone would care.
to see if there's a ghost or something,
8-year-old me when my mum made me ring people to thank them for my birthday presents.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
sorry
say
for
hello
Netflix
to
era
your,
kids.
I don't
They will
know.
never know the high stakes adrenaline of running to the bathroom, fridge, bedroom in a single ad break with the beckoning call of a sibling screaming, "It's on!" to send you hurtling over the furniture to get back in time. In the 90s, you could say, "Excuse me," instead of "excuse me," and get a laugh. It was wild. What 5-year-olds today have, what I had when I was 5. I had the sudden and shocking realization this morning that some people have never heard the "Oh, where is my hairbrush" song and don't automatically sing it in their heads when they're looking for something. Why is there a cucumber in the shower? Because he took a shower and he now needs to find his hairbrush, obviously. In 1992, I was 12. My dad and I were in the airport. I saw Joe Pesci and I recognized him from Home Alone. I went up to him to ask for his autograph. Joe asked me who my favorite actor was. I said he was. He handed me a crisp $100 and said, "That's the right answer, kid." Scars remind us the past is real. No more snow days. School district replaces wintry days off with online classes. We got out of school at the right time, ladies and gentlemen. We are all
Oh.
forgetting the real forbidden snag. I cannot believe that this post clocked me. I never would have remembered biting down into the seam of these things, often splitting them in two near perfect halves. The texture was bad, the taste was bad, and yet I chomped. When I was younger, I just wanted the Crayola 64 pack with the built-in sharpener, practically pooping yourself with excitement when you walked into the PE hall and saw that the apparatus was out. Today's kids will never know how we were the original GPS right from the passenger side.
happened
And you
here?
better had read fast and correct. Print me the MapQuest directions before we leave.
Oh, it was
These-
really nice. Oh my god, I liked it so much. It was really nice. It reminded me a lot of my childhood. It was so nostalgic. I really love this video. Well, guys, if you like the video as well, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and remember leave a comment and help me to reach 10,000 subscribers here in YouTube. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.